Many people have a perception, many artists out there, many people, they have this perception that when you get a manager, like they're just coming to feed on you, like to, how could I say? Some people even end up calling them parasites. What?
They do have that. They have that thinking, but it's wrong. It's very wrong. You know, sometimes if you think of yourself like being so, I'll call it being selfish. What you invest in is what you will get. Okay. And there's no way you tell me you'll be your own manager and do things yourself. You can do everything. You have to let someone do the job. You also do your job. And sometimes you have to look at managers not like that. Like you have to befriend the managers. You should teach them. They will also teach you. Learn from them. They learn from you. You know.
That's true.
Tell them what you want, like how you want things to be done. They will also advise you. It can be your friend, it can be your mom, it can be your brother. And then what you know,
professional.
Yeah, you know, what you know, you just tell them like, you know, this is what I think we can do. They also tell, but then still you can consult. Me, I might have a, you know, a team of like 3 or 4 people, but then there's so many people behind me. I mean, these big personalities in the media.
Actually, very, very many people behind those cameras, but you can't see.
But you can't see. They will tell you, you know what, this is how we should do something. You know, we artists think like we are superior. We don't have, people don't have to tell us what to do, you know. But it's good to always listen from everyone, but then you just choose, okay, now which one works for me.
You see.
Yeah, but then it's good to consult. It's good to learn from other people. Me, every day, I think I call like 5 people that are not on my team, but then I talk to them about things. I'm like, if I want to go about this, how do I do, how should I do this? They'll advise you. Some artists don't want to be advised. I feel like if you're doing music, you're just there. You have it all.
Hit,
and that's it. So it's not about the hits. Yeah.
It's also about the social relationships around you.
It's very important.
So I think getting this from you, actually, it's even more, it carries more value than just getting it from an upcoming artist.
Exactly.
Because a person who has, you have changed to over 3 managers now, you know the experience, and also I don't think now they can tell Spice and time will tell. Like, oh, by the way, up to when do you think an artist isn't measured by time?
I think everything is always with time, you know.
You
like
also
for me,
with time?
Well, I mean, okay, I didn't really get what you mean with this.
Like, if they're to ask you, you hear these quotes around, no, let's see where they're to go. They're not going anywhere. Like, haven't you gone somewhere?
Well, with the negativity, well, time is okay. Time is good. Like, time is time, you know. Everything is about time. But I mean, you can't define someone's future. You cannot say, I'm going to come and stay here for 3 months. Who are you? You're not God. I mean, besides whatever we do, then there is God's plans. I mean, God has plans for you, and you'll never know. You don't know what God has for you. Like I was saying, like I've told you earlier, I thought I would be into acting, but God had plans for me. I just had to adjust with the plan, with God's plan. And then I'm like, okay, if God chose this for me, and then let me just be into it and put in my effort as well, you know, because we all want God to do what we want, you know, like you keep praying, I want to do this, but then God won't help you if you don't help yourself. So people who be like, I'm giving her 3 months, I'm giving her 1 year. Yeah, I was called a one-hit wonder before as well, you know, because my song hit so high.
A lot. I was in high school and
it was everywhere.
It was everywhere.
They could book me for like a show, and I just have 1 song. I'm going to just perform 1 song.
How do you perform those songs? I wonder, you are an artist, you have 1 song, but you feel you're on top.
Yeah.
How can you perform 1 song on stage?
People, you know, that's people's power. I mean, people will just love you. Like, when people decide to love you, they'll just love you. Because people knew I didn't have any other songs. I had only 1 song. apart from the 𝐳𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐠𝐫𝐭, it had not really moved so fast, but because of Onsanula, people started looking out for my music. So when they looked for the music, they only found, I think, one song that I had done before the Onsanula, you know. So when people decide to love you, they would love you the way you are. It's now about you. It's up to you to, you know, not disappoint them. Because they could book me for shows, big shows, and I could sing one song like 10 times.
10 times, and people are always eager to hear.
Definitely, all over, you know, all over the country. But then, like I've said, they will support you. They give you the airs, they give you time. But then, what you do next matters.
That's true.
I had to really work harder to keep myself there, to show them that you guys, you know, I had one hit, but then I'm here to stay.
Yeah.
It takes a lot.
It really takes a lot.
It
really takes a lot, because if we are to start counting how many artists had a hit or 2 songs and hits all over the country, but they're nowhere to be seen there, that's a very great number than those who are standing out.
Exactly, because maintenance is really the hardest.
Maintenance.
You might be there, but keeping in that position,
very true.
You know, going up there is really hard, because as you're getting there, there is, you know,
there is
Coca-Cola. And because people want to be in your place, you know, and then it's the nature, it's the culture, it's everywhere. There's the Coca-Colas everywhere, but you have to, you know, get to know how to deal with them and all that. But no one defines your future. What you have to do, you will be it. You will be it. I'm telling you, the many times I've had, you will not make it. There are so many that you will make it. But I'm here. I'm telling you, I can't start saying I've had this, I've managed to do this out of music, but I've done so much, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm so happy that I'm here. Because I'm better than what I was, you know, 5 years ago. But I used to hear so much of you will not make it. But you know that those people, they don't define you.
By the way, even putting it to my own scenario, like a lot of people have been having, you know, this perception, those artists are rude, what, you can't even approach the gate, what is it? But Spice is here. Spice is here. I'm so glad, by the way, you're such a welcoming, hospitable person.
Yeah.
Surely, thank you so much. Thank you. For the people who will get a chance maybe of meeting her, you'll testify. You'll testify. So talking about connection, first of all, let's talk about connections. You're this person, not only I've talked of those hospitable, what have you, but you are this person who minds a lot about the connections. This is an artist, by the way, that you'll find with children, kids, youths, everybody, like everybody. Like, how do you keep up with that?
I think it's natural. I don't know. People ask me this a lot.
Not every artist does that, and you know it.
Yes, that's true. But for me, it's really natural. It's natural from way back. Just like I told you, I started from, you know, the triplets, ghetto kids. These were kids, but I just had passion for what they were doing. I just loved them, the talent they had. So that was me from day one, and I've always been. It's been me. Like, I don't change, no matter, you know, where I get, what I do, what I get, and everything. It's just that it's part of me. I just love. I feel like I'm so connected to people that have supported me, that have loved me, and the only way I can give back is to love them as well. Because I'm loved. I will tell you, I'm loved. You can't.
And that's why we are here. We are not here. We are here because she's loved.
Sometimes you're there and you're like, you know, there's so much that puts us down. Like you.
A lot of things, by the way.
But when I go up there, my
and they sound. The problem, they sound even louder. The negativity sound louder than those positives.
It does, because the people that spread it will speak louder. They want you to feel it. But let me tell you, love speaks louder. When you give it time, you will tell that it does speak louder. So I've been loved, and the only way I can, you know, love back, or, you know, pay back to my people for loving me, is to love them as well.
Wow.
So it's something I just find natural, like it's part of me.
Just of people, because even up to now, the songs that you have, actually, you're also an artist who can evolve from these songs that are for children, we could say. Let's even hear the tone of the voice in Onsanula.
Yeah.
Take it to 𝐻𝐻𝐸𝐬𝐲 something.
Actually thought, at one point I thought I was an artist for kids. And I just thought it was just for a generation then, when I had Nsandra. But let me tell you, as I grow up, I find myself loved by another young generation. I'm like, right now, a kid of 7 would say, that's Spice Diana. That's Spice. 5 years old kid would say, that's Spice Diana. So back in the days, I used to think it's because of Sanula, and I was very young. So I thought kids see me as a kid, so that's why they love me. But then as I continue to grow, I feel like I'm just attached to everyone.
You're just attached.
I'm just, because all generations will love me. You find people like the time of Sanula, these guys have now grown up.
They've grown up, literally grown up.
They've grown up, but their kids will still love
they
me.
They will still love you, and I wonder. And
so,
those grown-ups also have their songs, their favorite songs in your playlist.
In the playlist.
That's amazing.
And the kids also, and the parents, because I find parents and they tell us, my child loves you, my kid loves you, and I find the kids as well, they will sing to my songs.
Yeah.
These songs that are meant for big people. I mean, the songs like Watawano,
Ready.
Yeah, the Ready. I don't have a specific song like this is for kids, this is for adults. I just sing, and then whatever vibe comes up. But then you find a song you think is for big people being sung by the kids. You find a song that is like maybe Ready is more of the teens. You find big people singing Ready, and I'm like, okay, wow. I think this is just love. It's about love. When somebody loves you, they will love you with everything that you have, with whatever you do.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
And not only this, you not only maintain these social connections, but I've seen you also kind of maintaining external connections. Case in point, you were in Tanzania recently, and you have had some collaborations too, I think. Collaborations that are public now. So
4 close. I had my first with the Rosary.
That's 𝐻𝐻𝐸𝐬𝐲𝐸 remix.
Also Zuchu, DJ7, Harmonize.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how do you mind? How do you still go about that?
Well, sometimes it's so funny. These people reach out to you as well because they find what you do interesting and they want to work with you, and then you respond, positively because you feel like. Now, for example, if someone that like also reaches out to me, when you check his numbers, I'm like, wow, I'm in, welcome. Yeah, I'm in. So it's something like is on both sides. Like, what you do, people will always say it. What I do, a lot of people see that, and definitely they really appreciate. Some of them have reached out. Like, I'll tell you from all my international collaborations, it's not like I've tried to be like, hey, what's up? Can we do this? It's been really hard.
How much do you ask for?
I've not paid really like money for a collaboration. Because Rosary was jamming to my song.
Interested in that.
When she was jamming to my song, she posted on her stories. I saw it because she tagged me. I was like, wow. Because I was following her, but I didn't know that she knew about me. So when she was jamming to the song and she told me she loved the song, I'm like, okay, we can do a remix. She's like, I'm in. Send me the track right now. Like that.
And you killed it.
And we did an amazing project. And then with the Harmonize, same thing. He saw from the song we did with his DJ, and then he was like, he reached out and was like, hey Spice, what up? What's up? I'm coming to Uganda. That time he was coming to Uganda. Yeah, what's up? We can do something. I'm like, what? Okay, I'm in. Sure. Also, same thing. He reached out through a TV personality. What's his name? Zanzi Tuva.
Wow.
Yeah, he wanted me on his album. Like, imagine, these are big.
These artists are so big.
These are big
people.
Artists.
These are so
with
big.
Zuchu, I really, like when I went into, the family of these guys, Wasafi, they're really amazing people. So I was like, she's female. I don't have so many, collaborations with females. I was talking to, I talked to Moso. I was like, yeah, so she's an amazing person and she would love to do a song with you. I'm like, okay, I'll talk to her. So I talked to Zuchu. She was in. I talked to Diamond because Diamond is the boss. and it's like, you guys,
Simba.
I will support you 100%.
Yeah.
You know, because you're females and you're all great. You're big
Very
artists in East
talented
Africa.
and big.
It's like, I'm in, I'll support you guys. And it's not been really hard. There are times it's hard, but then it's not really been hard for me like I thought it was.
And actually, it's amazing also to see how you are fusing these, I could say, two camps, Konde Gang and Wasafi, but you still fuse them together, and I believe you still are in touch of those
yes,
two.
that's true.
And it's so amazing. It's really amazing, because this kind of beefs sometimes come with the negativity. They come to split up, to do what, but to split into fans, but I'm glad you were there. I'm glad you're there. Yeah, so thank you so much. I feel like we just started, but thank you so much. See you next Friday with another interview. John Destin, Mont, Lucien, everybody supporting the channel. I just appreciate you so much, and Spice Diana next week. Bye.